Hello and welcome to this video on how to use the 247 time system. We're going to show you in this video how to approve timesheets for private clients, that is industrial clients. So first and foremost, you log in at https://time2.247time.co.uk and you can connect on any device that's connected to the internet. Your IT people may have given you a direct link to the system from your own Intel intranet solution. If not, you can log direct by using this link. We do have a support function available. If you do need to get hold of us, it's a local rate number 0333 1014 247, and if you do need to get hold of us, it's support@247time.co.uk. And we do recommend that if you do have a query, is email us first. We operate a ticket-based system, so it may be that you have a query that we can resolve straight away by sending you back what's called a snippet that resolves whatever query you actually have quickly and easier, and it's easier for us and certainly a lot quicker for you as well. Okay, to log into the system, basically it's a question of usernames and passwords go in here, and if you haven't got a username and password, please email support and we can get those set up for you. You'll find anything that is in blue is where you click to enter information or click to retrieve it. So logging in will then bring you through to the dashboard, and the dashboard is our means of conveying information that we think it's important that you should see, and you can click on any of the messages by just clicking on the blue link here. If you have to approve a number of different timesheets across different locations, then you can use this feature here. Rather than logging back out and then logging back in, you can just switch within your accounts by just switching on the account function here. So to go in and approve a timesheet, you click on the top navigation bar here under timesheets. Okay, and what you're then presented with is the timesheet, as you can see here. You'll see your company name, you'll see the current week that we're actually in, and then you see the candidates that you had working in that location. So you see your candidate name, the agency that supplied the candidate, the job that they're working at, and then you'll see the boxes for every day of the week. And you populate those boxes with the hours that were worked by that particular candidate. If your company allows bonuses and expenses and they've been accrued, then you can add those into this section here, and again this amount will change to show that bonuses and expenses have been added. A useful function here is the notes section. If as an approver you want some information to go back to the agency about that candidate for that particular week, then you can add this information in here into the notes section, and again equally agencies, if they want to convey some information to you, will add information into the notes section. So for example, if you weren't happy about approving candidate hours for that particular week, you can add that information in here into the notes section. What the agencies will then do is they've got a section here called unapproved, and they can click on unapproved, click on search. It will come up with details of candidates that have their timesheets unapproved, and then basically they can look at notes and take any remedial action that is required. You can rate your candidates through 1 to 5 stars if your company have switched that rating system on. And the very last thing is if there is a reason code that is required again by your company. Some companies have that switched on. So for example, the reason why you may need the candidate is because of holiday or sickness or seasonal demand, so on and so forth. And the very last thing you do is there's a box here, basically just click on that to say yes, all approved, I'm happy with that, and then click on save. Or you can click on all of these approved, and at the very end click save all changes. So just a number of steps, very simple to go in and approve. Log into the system, click on your timesheet, add the hours, then finally click on approve, save and log out, and it is a very simple task, and I think you find that once you've done it a couple of times it becomes quite intuitive. So the timetable, how does it actually work in terms of the process? Well, it starts off first and foremost that the candidate registers at the agency, and either you as a business will seek their particular skills, or the agency may come and let you know that they have this candidate available. The candidate then goes and works on site the following week, Monday through to Sunday, which is our working week. And it's the week 3 that the approval process takes place. And each client may have their own particular choice of approval days. And again, you can see that information within the support website under the approval process on the top link. And as a result of you then going in and approving it, the data is sent for payment processing. Just a couple of things now. We may have situations where you'll see a line in pink, and this is where an agency may have had a candidate working on site for a couple of weeks, say, and they haven't had the information available in the system. So this is a means of catching up on any historical data, and we do that by creating a line here in pink. So again, what we'll then do is go to the week in concerned, and then go in and add the hours as you would do normally for any other week, and then press save. And then when we run that consolidation process, not only does it keep up with the current week that the candidate may be working, but it'll also sweep up any other historical hours as well. The other issue is whereby you may need to go in and adjust a candidate's hours. So for example, here we've got a Leon Tester who's had no hours added in for a particular week, but he's then come in and said, well, okay, I did actually go and work some hours. What you can then do is click on adjust hours. It'll put a line in yellow for you, and then you can go in and adjust the hours accordingly. So you can see here in this example, we've clicked on adjust hours and there's a line there in yellow. So if a candidate worked 10 hours and should have only been paid for 8, then in the relevant day box, you put -2 and it reduces the pay for that candidate next time we run a consolidation. Equally, if the candidate worked 10 hours on the system and they really should have been paid for 12, then you can put 2 in that box, and then the next consolidation will add 2 hours. And this particular example, you can see no hours were added in, so you go in and add the hours in, then click on save. And that's it really for adding hours into the system.